So here it is. Let me lay this out to you, chat, and you tell me if this is a serial killer or not. I have this coworker who doesn't work in my department this time. But he works in a whole different branch in the same company. Nicest guy in the universe.
Debatable.
Literally anything that you ask him to do, if you ever need any help or anything, he's always down, never complains, never says a peep, nothing.
Sneaky.
And you're like, all right, Gabby, but this guy sounds awesome. Because he's like, fantastic, remembers everyone's birthdays, just like that kind of dude. Okay? He's also kind of like the head of his department. But his boys all respect him to death because he's never like, he'll get his hands dirty if he has to.
Oh, yeah.
To make things happen.
He's a shooter.
Right? So I know. Everything's like psycho vibe. Here's where the true psycho vibes occur. And you tell me this because I think maybe I've just like spent too much time thinking about it, but I'll explain why I haven't. So every day, and this took me like a couple months to notice. I don't really notice what people eat and stuff, but I notice every single day this man at lunchtime has tuna casserole.
Every day?
Every day, bro. Every day. Not to fucking quote the Paul brothers here, but every fucking day. And I like went around like detective mode for like 2 solid weeks. Just like pretending like cook my food at the same time as his and just marking down that he ate this. Now get this. I went to the guys in like the back room, everything. I was like, all right, huddle in together here. We're going to have a safety meeting. But it wasn't a safety meeting. I was just like, look, has anyone else noticed? And we're going to call this guy TC just for tuna casserole. Has anyone else
His
noticed?
real name is Tom Christian.
Yeah. Has anyone else noticed that TC, and before I could finish my sentence...
And they were like, eat tuna casserole every day. So he'd be smelling up the office with it for sure.
No.
No smell.
No smell.
Okay, but has anybody...
It's the same type, exactly like it...
But has anybody been in the bathroom stall next to him at the same time as he's going poo-poo to see Wagwan?
Nope. Yeah, maybe I'm a creep for stalking him, fair, absolutely. But like, it takes a lot for me to like begin to like show interest enough to like go detective mode on, because like I was just like, this is the one, I feel like this is the thread that I'm gonna pull on that's gonna unravel like the 50,000 bodies in his backyard or some shit. Like,
he's like, 100%.
I'm like, this guy is trying to blend in, but he's trying too hard to blend in.
He's like, humans enjoy tuna casserole. This will be my go-to lunch every day.
Like, but here's the thing. Apparently, because once I brought those guys in the back, the oldest record we have is 6 years of this man eating tuna casserole every fucking day. Straight up. Because they also were like putting down fucking notes like, holy shit. And like we came up with theories, and the only 2 going theories we've got is that 1, he did something so horrible that his wife is like punishing him, like this is what you get every day, and he's just like accepting it. Or 2, he must be getting the wildest sex of his life every time he eats this casserole or something. Like, I don't know. Like, there's no fucking way. I don't know, man. Could you guys imagine eating something for 6 fucking years every day? I feel like after a month of the best meal ever, I'd be like, I'm bored of this.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Fucking kill me. Like, why would you put noodles in
So
there?
murderous. So murderous.
No, and so like, here's the thing. I couldn't let it go. So, one time we tried to invite him out. Right?
To see if he gonna eat something else.
Exactly. You know,
Order a burger.
I had to lay the things. But of course I couldn't just invite him out of the blue. So I was like,
all the work buddies.
Exactly, right? I'm like, set that trap, you know? Gee. So, and I was like, we'll go somewhere nice. And we literally were like, we're gonna go to Pampa's.
For those of you who don't know, Pampa is a Brazilian steakhouse.
Like, food there is on point. No one can complain, right?
I can. It's all meat. There's no vegan options.
Okay, well, for regular people, no one can complain.
Yeah. He somehow managed to get tuna casserole at this restaurant.
Man, tell me this man didn't go with us. tell me this man, like I didn't order a round of drinks just to make sure. So he took the drink and drank it, and I was like, all right, cool. So like
Everything's normal.
yeah, like he just has this for blah blah. And like in my mind, I was like, oh, what if this is like some sad thing where he's trying to save money and he like,
can only afford tuna casserole.
Yeah, like you know, like
about 6 years.
But like I know, right? So I was like, I don't, whatever. Well, the best going theory we've got is that like one of his parents died and they used to make this tuna casserole, and that's. But I'm like, for 6 years though, like, gotta let that go, yo. Like,
Okay, and so what happened?
so tell me that we didn't order food,
Yeah.
and this man full on was like, hey, I'm really sorry, and I appreciate you guys being out here, and I enjoy you guys' company, but brings the tuna casserole to fucking Pampas and eats it.
To like an expensive steakhouse.
You know? And that's when I was like, I was like, if
You have
this-
to say something.
No, like if this man ate right then and there, that would have been the end of it. But the fact that he did this, I was like,
pulled up.
there has got to be an explanation.
And
for
so this is dinner time?
like this is dinner time. So that means he not only had a casserole in lunch,
Holy fuck.
but he had one ready to go for dinner.
What that poop like? What that poop like?
Right?
Amazing.
So
Then what? Who said
So then
it?
I asked him, because Gabby had had a few drinks in him by then, and I was like, look, man, TC, bro, I love you, but like, what's the deal? And he's like, I just love my wife's tuna casserole.
That's
so
it.
his
Continue.
explanation was he just loved his wife's tuna casserole.
Dude, he called. That's his reason. He loved his wife's tuna casserole that much that he ate it
fucking
for every meal,
years.
though.
6 fucking years, right? But like, here's the thing. I had my review, I think a year ago.
What does that mean?
Years back. Well, I'd bring you in and they're like, oh, here's what you're doing. Like, yeah, you know? And actually, like, if you did good work, here's a raise. If you did shit work, like, here's the problems with you and whatever.
Dude, look how much, way too much sauce I put.
Yeah,
like,
that
it's
stuff
swimming.
was drowning
That's a soup,
in it. God
dude.
damn.
It's disgusting.
So what are we
Anyways, continue. I don't buy this.
doing? Okay.
He ate tuna casserole every meal for 6 years.
So I asked my boss, because he's doing the review, and I was like, I got a question. It's unrelated to anything we were doing here.
Oh.
I'm like, but I gotta ask it since I got you here and it's one-on-one. And I was like, what is going on with TC? And before I could finish my sentence,
They were like, we walk one.
he's like, it's better if you don't think about it. And I was like, okay, but I heard from insert name of other coworker that this has been going on. And he's like, I said it's better if you don't think about it. And I kept going. And as I said, this dude said 6 years. This man tells me it's been longer because it's been since he was there. And that
and how long
dude's
has he
been
been
there
there?
like 14 years, I think. And he's like, leave it be, leave it be, leave it be. And I was like, up until then, it didn't feel like a detective thing, but it literally felt like that second in like every detective movie where it's like, God damn it, I told you not to go after, like turn in your badge, like that type of like shit. And I was just like, okay, now, if I ever was gonna let this go, I can't, because I'm like, 6 years I thought was ridiculous, and this shit kept me up at night. 14 fucking years though.
Confirmed
14
years, like 14 that you know
fucking
about.
years, and it's got so
Maybe it's
bad
20 years.
that my boss is just like, don't fucking think about it. I couldn't even finish my sentence. He was just, don't fucking think about it. I'm like, I just mentioned the dude's name. I'm like, hey, about, like, I was literally saying his name, and he's like, don't even think about it. You stop right there. And I was like,
Why is it taking you this long to tell this story on stream?
well, because, like, here's the thing, and there's, like, follow-ups to it, but here's the problem. Zero conclusion. And the further I go, the less this shit makes sense. And I was like, I don't want to haunt anybody else with this, because it's literally one of the things, like, as soon as I fucking die, this is the first question I'm going to ask. Like, look, before I do anything for, like, decide where I'm going or if I'm going anywhere, what the fuck is going on with TC and his, like, casserole?
So,
Man. So get this. So
Y'all should all bring in tuna casserole.
2 years ago,
Just play
we
with
had
it.
a potluck party.
What did he bring?
Listed up a bunch of things.
What did he bring?
The man didn't bring tuna casserole. Because we were all expecting, like, people would be like, $10 says he puts up tuna casserole. Nope.
Y'all had a
Dudes
bet.
brought salad, brought a bunch of whole different things, complete
Homemade
variety
too?
of food.
Homemade
too. Right?
What does house smell like? What does
but
house smell like?
Here's the thing.
What does house smell like?
He was like, do you guys mind, like, asking us wholly if I bring my wife? And I was like, there's the fucking card, because there's someone who you can ask. So I'm like, there's no way that I'm gonna bring up the tuna casserole to his wife,
Yeah.
because it's his wife's tuna casserole. So I'm like, so if this guy's eating it every day, whatever. But if she's making this on the regular,
What's that house smell
she's
like?
got to be like, I'm fucking done. Like,
What
if she
what-
sees a single thing of pasta, she's losing her mind. You know,
What that house smell like?
it's like, I don't know. Like, I've never gone to his house, but
But what that house smell like in your mind?
bland. Like, come on, tuna casserole. Like, that's.
So
not
what's
a
in tuna casserole for the
flavor.
people who don't know? Tuna,
Tuna. What, the sauce, and then like casserole,
which is what? Pasta?
pasta. It ain't nothing, right? Like, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's got to do something to your tummy long term.
Yeah. So
It's got to do something to your poo poo.
So straight up, I'm like, okay, cool. The day comes, and I'm just like, brought a bunch of food. He brings food again, puts all this food out. His wife goes, grabs a bunch of food, is eating different shit. Tell me what this man is eating on the day that we have a whole spread of different fucking food.
What's he eating, Gabe?
His wife's fucking tuna casserole in the Tupperware. And literally, like, me and 6 other people were like just staring at each other, just doing the eye, like just connecting eyes together. Like, are you fucking seeing this right now? Are you fucking seeing this? And so we're like, we meet his wife, nicest lady in the fucking universe.
They have to be, though.
Okay,
Because you said he's the nicest guy.
And then I was just like, blah, 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 like, asked her questions, like, oh, yeah, and she's like, oh, yeah, I've heard about you, like.
And she's like, hey, how are you? I'm Jennifer,
Yeah,
tuna
well,
casserole.
yeah.
She was like
she's about
tuna
so-
casserole.
So, like, we go on, just, like, talking and everything. We're like, yeah, like, nice to meet you, da-da-da, like, TC's a great guy, da-da-da. I'm like, but I have to ask you a question, right? Because it just, like, irked. And then, like, all my boys were just, like, ears up. Like, no matter what conversation anyone was having, they were listening now, right? Because they're like, he's going to do it. He's going to ask. And I
What up, Laura?
fucking had to.
What up, Laura?
So I was like, I noticed that, like, TC, you know, just...
He loves...
He loves his tuna casserole. Joking laugh, ha ha ha. And she, without a beat, was like, what can I say? He just enjoys it. And instantly, I was like, he fucking got to her. He fucking got to my only lead. He got to her. Because, like, she said this, and then she was like, oh, let me go, like, just went elsewhere to avoid further conversation. Which, again, I'm like, just driving me insane. And then, like, of course, the boys all huddle up, and they're like, holy fucking shit. Like, like, there's no fucking way. And they're like, I don't know where to go, man. I don't know. Like, she won't answer it. She's just as, like, polite, nice, courteous. Her food was great, by the way. So she could make a plethora of things. You know?
So did anybody actually ask him, though, like, when you went to eat at that steakhouse, for example? Like, yo, why do you only eat tuna
I did.
casserole?
I was like, you're going to have this
At the
we got
restaurant?
steak, blah, blah. He's like, I just love my wife's cooking. And I was
It's
just
so...
like,
It's... Dude...
the answer was so, like, I'm like, this is an answer a man would give if he's in a doghouse, G. There's no fucking way your wife's cooking is gonna top a fucking steakhouse.
Dude,
like,
did you cheat on your wife? And this is the only... Like, you know
Like,
what?
this is
you
the
know
only
what
way he
did?
gets to keep
You know
his
what
kids?
he did? You know what he did? I'll tell you what happened.
Or she found the bodies, and he's just trying to, like...
You know what happened? He accidentally, years ago, 20 years ago, killed someone by pushing them by accident into a vat of tuna casserole, and they died. And so now, to punish himself and remind himself of his mistake, because he feels guilty and he's a good person, he eats it every day, every meal. And like,
So-
what is he having? What's he having for breakfast?
Yeah.
Because we've eliminated 2 out of 3 meals, and we know he's... Dude, I'm trying to think of the best meal I've ever had. And there's no way I could stand eating it every day.
I know for a fact, because I was young and we had this dumbass bet going, I can go 3 weeks of the same meal.
Straight?
Before I was just like...
Straight?
I was like, by the second week, I was literally like throwing up before I was about to eat.
What was the meal?
Steak and veggies.
Gross.
And even then, like, cooked it rare, cooked it blue, fucking tried, like, put different... I'm like, I just put different hot sauces on and it'll be all good. But after having it, like...
You don't even taste it.
I'm just like, this... There's no pleasure whatsoever. This is fucking death. This year, he brought his kids.
And they were fish. They were actual fish.
And his kids came by, complete sweethearts, 7 and 9, right? Eat this food, eat other potluck food, and I was like, okay, you can train your wife to do some mental gymnastics around her questions, but kids, you know, they'll let and we were just like, hey, blah blah, so like, what's your favorite food? Just like asking kid questions, right? And we're like, yeah, do you know what your dad's favorite food is? While skipping a beat, they're like, tuna casserole. I'm like, haha, right? Kids said it. So I was like, all right, do you know why he likes tuna casserole? He says it's delicious. Nothing else. But I'm like, this answer's impossible. Like, it's delicious for fucking 14 years?
That you know about. It's probably 20 years, dude.
Like...
How old were the kids?
7 and 9.
It's 20 years.
Like... And I've never... It got no resolve. But I literally brought it up because, like, I tried asking the kids, and literally when you sat there and ate fucking pasta, it just, like... PTSD fucking flashbacks of me trying to like, and like here's the worst part is that sometimes guys will be like, yo, can we have a safety meeting about this? And I'll go back there like, all right, what's the safety meeting about? Like, it's not a safety meeting, we got an update on TC. I'm like, oh my god. And then we sit there and like share notes and shit like some fucking detective club.
You have like a picture of TC in the back room with like red string,
just like question marks,
and
like,
every string leads to a picture of tuna casserole. Man. You're like drawing the pyramid, it's like him on top and then tuna casserole like layers underneath.
I don't know, man, but like the other thing is we've asked for the casserole
to eat it.
And we've been denied. Very politely, he'll say, sorry, but this is my meal for the day. I'd share it. Maybe tomorrow I'll bring you some. Never does.
It's something in the. It's something in it. It's something in the. You know what you need to do? You know what you need
steal
to do?
it?
Yes.
But I feel like
Does he put it in the fridge at work?
It's gonna be the fucking red stapler from Office Space, where if we steal it, that's it. The whole office is getting hung, fucking murdered. Like
he pulls off the mask after years. He's like, y'all brought it out.
That's it,
dude. Man, I'm sick of tuna casserole just from. No, does he put it in the fridge at work? So here's what you do: a couple people distract him.
He keeps it on him. Actually, he's got.
It's on him at all times. Come on, dude.
I know, Marco. Like, I would literally have to go into his office.
He don't leave without. He always keep that thing on him.
I don't even care. Like, I would just pop it, have a taste of
little
it,
bite, little bite,
just enough to be like, this ain't shit. But I feel like as soon as I close the lid, he's gonna like hit me over the head.
The spider sense.
That's the last time anyone ever sees me, and fucking now I'm another victim. Like,
dude, man, why did you never tell me this before? I want to do a video about this, dude. It's you. Okay, so we can all agree because, like, the thing is, the most frustrating aspect of this story is that you start to believe you're crazy because everyone acts like it's nothing. It's nothing. He just likes it. It's nothing.
Yeah, he's Caucasian, and I think he is 38. No.
Or he's 200, and there's something in this tuna casserole.
I just imagine like back, the history books is just like there's the crucifixion of Christ, and he's just like the casserole keeps him young or something. He must have made some deal with the devil or some shit. Like
you can live forever, but you have to eat this every day.
Like, straight up.
So, but like you don't like any other food?
I have never seen him eat anything else. I think if I saw him one time like have an apple or something, I'd be like, that's it. He just enjoys his food. I can leave this man be.
But even still.
But the fact that everyone around me needs this solved, my boss is like, don't even think about it. There is no answer. Don't even think about it.
So you never seen him at like the office Christmas party have like a cookie? Hold on. So you
He'll
never
have coffee.
But you've never seen him
drink.
put anything else. So different drinks he'll switch up.
Yeah.
But you've never seen him actually put anything solid in his body that was not tuna casserole.
Mm-hmm.
He never just grabbed some chips.
Dude,
a chip.
We've had the boys that we put out Timbits. We've gone to like, you know that donut mill and brought back donut mill cookies. Like, you'd have to be a cold-hearted bastard to not.
Yeah, those are good. Those are good.
Like, they're sprinkled with crack, basically. Sea Krispy Kreme. Nope. He'll drink water, like liquids, no problem. But foods, that is the only food I have ever seen him have.
Dude. So, here's my question: would he eat another kind of tuna casserole to wean him off it? What you mean by that?
We tried to bring a whole different batch. We're like, oh hey, we brought this. Well, he's like, thank you so much. He took it home to his family.
You didn't touch it. You didn't see him eat it. Oh, man.
I know. Fucking tell me about it. It's driving me fucking insane. But again, there's no solution to it, so half me didn't want to share it. That's why our little private talk, I was like, there is just no answer. No answer that will satisfy anything.
Yeah, there's got to be some long-term health
He is literally the talking cat from Rick and Morty, and you can sit there forever speculating, and fucking no answers.
Dude. Who works with you? You've got a guy that has only eaten tuna casserole
that also made
for
me
20
think.
years. You've got a guy who's flipping out over.
But
being
then
called
I've got like 30 plus workers, right? And so like, I'd say like 3 of them are like the boomer dude, and then tuna casserole. Like again, fantastic guy to work with, spectacular. I've got absolute zero problems with this man, and he remembers like everyone's birthdays. He remembers to celebrate everything. Like, he'll bring in other food, like he's cooked food and stuff. Like, there's no reason I would have to like.
When he cooks, though, you know how chefs always say, "Taste as you cook."
Mm-hmm. But again, because I haven't seen it, I don't believe it. You know.
So here's the thing: we all can agree that it's so much deeper than him just liking it.
It's.
And also even more suspect is that he's like addicted to it in the sense that it. So what do you mean when you say he keeps it on him? What do you mean by that?
It's in a Tupperware thing, like at his desk.
Okay, but he leaves his desk presumably, right?
But he's come by like upstairs to chat with us while eating it. But the dish itself doesn't come into our communal fridge because some people have like their little mini fridges.
He's a mini fridge.
Yeah. Fuck. I know.
But he must leave his desk sometimes to go poo or something, right? Something.
But he is also head of his department, so his thing's locked up. Like, I would have to literally grab a key, go in there, literally bust this without anyone seeing me, eat of this casserole, close it, put everything back the way it was, and then like exit without anyone seeing me.
You're like, I just don't get it, dude.
That's why I like partially was like.
And he's nice, and that's the thing is like he's so nice,
sweetheart.
He's so nice,
like,
that he has to be that nice though. Like, it's like you're getting some fucked up shit.
Sometimes we'll go and like because we're like different departments, I'm like, yo, I need help with this, and you'll go to the other guys in the other department who you're like, oh, we gotta fish some wire, or like do something like fucking ridiculously labor intensive. That guys are like, fuck off, I don't want to do this, right? And they'll say like, no, I need you to fucking do this. So like, and you'll have arguments back and forth and shit like that. Until one side caves or whatnot, or you go higher above them to make it happen. This man, no matter what we've come up with, and some shit ass jobs, or like we had one where like we installed a bunch of stuff in this place and it flooded, destroyed everything. The fucking ceiling was like caving, like it just was a fucking shithole mess. And then they're like, you have to wear like rubber boots and everything to go in there and like try to salvage back some shit, keep the like whatever. Without it he's like, absolutely, I'm glad to help. Everybody else was like, fuck off, go fuck yourself, I'm charging OT, like the whole list of like, insert fucking Canadian
So he's just down to shoot.
And he was just like, "Yep, no problem." He's like,
Because you know why,
it
though?
has to get
Because
done.
you know why?
Because he's trying to fit in. He's just trying to.
Yeah, because you know why, though?
It's the second
Because if he was
skin.
a dick
Yeah.
and he got into an argument with somebody,
Yeah. That
he
casserole
knows
been gone.
they're gonna but they're gonna be like, yeah, well, you weirdo mf'er, you only eat tuna casserole every day, and he's gonna be like, malfunction.
Yeah.
So that's why he has to immediately. It's like affirmative. It's like, do like appease humans at all costs, like, you know, appease the humans.
But see, this is why I didn't give his name. I said TC, and yeah, if it's him and you guys don't see me anymore, then you know that he got me.
You're in the casserole. That's how they're getting rid of the bodies.
One of the
They're in the
theories
casserole.
is, yeah, he's cooking it. His wife's helping him cook it, and that him and his wife are serial killers, and just like
Dude, I'm literally willing to break
that.
being.
It's some what's that called? Hannibal Lecter-esque shit, where like
Yeah.
you know, but then like if we find this out, that means every potluck that they've made would have had to have been like we've had human
We
basically.
be human, yeah. So here's my thing, dude. I've never had tuna casserole, and I'm literally willing to stop being vegan for a day to try this tuna casserole if it's that good.
If I sneak a sample, like know that if you ever find my body just like a corpse on the thing, and then I've got like a little bag, and in the bag is just a sample of
Yeah.
the casserole, I'm just like,
So
and you have
many
it, and it's
Bostons
like,
died for
yeah,
this.
yeah.
So does he have any other idiosyncrasies? Like maybe he has bad breath because of the tuna casserole. He's
No.
flawless other than that. There's no complaints about him other than that.
Not one person,
And nothing suspicious.
one person.
He'll
can-
come out to the bar or whatever you invite
yeah.
him to. He'll come out.
He comes out. He's hilarious. Just interacts socially.
Like
nothing
nothing's
more.
going on.
He will listen to some of the most boring workers we've got, because people have boring workers that just like blah 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 blah, and he'll listen attentively. Never been rude, just like. But every facet of that is like you're a robot. You know, like if he was remotely rude, I think I'd just be like, whatever. I wouldn't even noticed. But then, like, when he'd come out to talk to us, he's eating this. I'm like, man, this dude sure has casserole a lot, was my first thought. And then after a week, I was like, does this guy only eat casserole? And I kept track of it. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, this man's been having casserole for 2 straight weeks. And as I sit there, I'm like, hey guys, did you notice that? And like, I've been here 2 years. He's had it for 2 straight years. And then as I went on, it's like, I've been here this long. I'm like, what the fuck? And like, it just
Wow, dude. I want to do a video of me applying for a job there. I'll be a janitor just to figure it out.
day 123. Yeah, you never come back to the stream.
Merry Christmas,
lost in
Mark.
the sauce.
Curtis says, what if it's all a joke? Like he's waiting for someone to call him out. Like it was a dare.
For 20 fucking years.
Maybe
Or
he's
like 16,
maybe he's
whatever,
method.
14 years
Maybe
it
he's
was,
method. Maybe. Oh, you know what it
How
is?
method?
You know what it is?
How-
He's Daniel Day-Lewis preparing for a role about somebody who has like intense OCD.
Where they're like, you have to eat tuna casserole, and he's like, this is
Yeah, man.
it. You think the high mercury levels that he was saying, like,
Yeah, that.
maybe it's just like slowly killing him?
yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
death.
As
This is
fish,
what I want. But there's faster ways to kill yourself. Come on.
as fish become more scarce, it's definitely possible.
But like, you would have casserole for that long? I feel like I just what, 2 months in, I'd just bite a bullet. Like, there's no way. I'm doing this for like years.
Right. Novice expert, is he also very clean and particular about his clothes and other things?
Not like hyper clean where it's like there's not a speck of dust on his desk, but he's organized, yeah.
So nothing's out of place aside from the casserole. And when you guys joke about stuff, he has a sense of humor about stuff. Fuck!
I know. I just feel like this is like, he is a serial killer and he's like leaving us breadcrumbs, and I finally found it, but there's nothing more, like, I don't know, you know, like, I brought this up 2 nights ago at a party because they're like, what's up? What's happening? Da-da-da. And it was like literally a night after the potluck had happened, and I was just steaming because I was just like, I thought I had this man, you know? I thought I had him. I was like, what's new, Gabby? What's happening? Like, can I tell you guys a story, but you're going to be upset with me by the end of it?
Yep.
And they're like,
Yep.
now nobody can say no, right? Because they're like, oh, tell us a story. I'm like, but I'm telling you right now, you're going to be upset. And And then, all right, go ahead, do it. And I told them, and everyone spent the night just like coming up with their own things. And the host was like, "Fuck you!" Like you literally derailed this entire thing. Like everyone's sitting there like speculating and coming up with shit, and I'm just like, maybe this is it. Maybe this is how he kills us. Is the mental torture.
So I wish I didn't know this story now because I'm frustrated.
See.
And it's like I can do nothing
Like,
about it. Like
I
I can't rest until I solve it, but I can't do anything about it.
Mans, I went to this party like livid, and I was like, just keep it down, don't say anything. And I had like 4 shots, and someone asked me what's new in my life, and I was like, that's it. You open Pandora's fucking jar, you're done goofed. That's it.